Best by test, this move has proven strong in countless games. Responding with a fundamental move. Nice, attacking the central pawn with your knight. Jumping their knight into the game to protect the e-pawn and reinforce to the center. Nice job developing your bishop. Your pieces are adding pressure to the central pawn with their other knight. Good job defending that pawn. This move clears the way to bring their bishop into the game. That was a fair trade. A straightforward recapture. With that move, you offer to trade pieces. Your opponent reinforced the defense of their knight. You permitted the opponent to force doubling of pawns. Their best option was to force doubling of pawns. You get a chance to win a tempo by threatening a bishop. Your better option was to win a tempo by threatening a bishop. You allowed the opponent to force doubling of pawns. This move left their knight hanging. You missed an opportunity to capture a free knight. Their better move was to force doubling of pawns. Nice choice. Your recapture also improves your queen's position. You can pick up a free knight. You captured a free knight. They made a solid choice and castled same side as you did. This is the way to win material. A clear recapture. Not the best move, but not bad either. This move forces your bishop to retreat, giving your opponent extra tempo. You permitted the opponent to win material by pinning a piece. Their pin will win material. You permitted the opponent to win material through an eventual fork. They missed a better way to win material through a tactic. The only move, and you found it. They took your pawn for free. Yes, this is the way. Decent move, but they had a better one. A good choice to move your threatened knight. Their knight is now on a more active square. It makes sense to simplify with trades. Precise move from your opponent. Correct, of course. Move away from danger. That's playable. You want a pawn for free. Their pawn attacks your rook, kicking it out of its current position. You found a safer square for your rook. They kick your rook with a pawn, forcing it to move or be captured. A good choice to move your threatened rook. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. This is a fine move. A correct move to get their pawn out of harm's way. No surprise, you had to move your knight to safety. They move their king out of the check from your knight. Clearly, you don't want to leave your knight in danger. This move puts their rook on a safer square. This move challenges their rook for control of the file. They made the right call not to trade their rook. You found a safer square for your knight. Their king steps away. That pawn was yours for the taking. A correct move to get their rook out of harm's way. Good job stepping in to defend your knight. They made one of the top moves in this position. Nice, definitely the right move. I like their choice. Good job stepping in to defend your pawn. They played one of the best moves here. You captured that free pawn, placing the rook on an open file. This move is okay, but not what I would have played. They made one of the top moves in this position. You dodged the check, moving your king out of harm's way. That's not a mistake, but they did not find the best move. You captured a free pawn. They are right on target. Very good choice. I like their choice. Passed pawns must be pushed. Their rook is now keeping an eye on your passed pawn. Your pawn is no longer hanging and is now defended. Your opponent's move wins your knight. Your knight is no longer hanging and is now defended. They've placed their rook behind your passed pawn to control its progress. Your opponent has to watch that passed pawn. Their rook is now keeping an eye on your passed pawn. A good choice to move your threatened pawn. Decent move, but they had a better one. You want a pawn for free. You are now able to force eventual checkmate. Good job defending that pawn. This move doesn't help their position at all. That pawn was yours for the taking. You get a chance to promote a pawn to a queen. Your pawn now promotes to queen. They played the strongest move available. You had a better option, but this is not bad. They had a better way to evade the check from the opposing queen. Your passed pawn is one step closer to promotion. You get a chance to force eventual checkmate. Your passed pawn advances to its goal. They slipped up a bit here. Not the worst move, but definitely not the best. This is the way to win material. You are threatening to... Their better move was to move a rook to safety. Passed pawns must be pushed. They played one of the best moves here. You continue the checkmate attack. Nice fork, you'll be winning material. They move their king out of the check from your queen, getting closer to the forced checkmate. Precise move from your opponent. Your move gets closer to checkmate. They are right on target. You're still on the road to checkmate. Their king steps away from the check by your queen. You're continuing down the road to checkmate. They move their king out of the check from your queen. Checkmate is always the best move.